What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Kiskeo Global Village. I'm with Prince Seka here.
The Prince of the Gambia.
All right, so we're also live on your channel as well.
Yeah.
So maybe you can introduce your people.
Hello viewers, it's Prince here. Welcome to another new video. I'm here with Kiskeo Global Village. You guys can show him some love. Support his YouTube channel at KIXKEYA. Subscribe there. Tell him that Prince Seka sends me here. Yeah.
Definitely, all of you Prince Seka family here.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for your support. You can go to Kiskea, as he already said, Kiskea Global Village. There you'll be able to find the channel. So right now we are actually doing a double recording. So I'm recording for my channel and Prince Seka's going live here tonight. So I'm the host. You know, Prince Seka came to my place here.
Thank you for having me here.
Definitely, yeah. So I'm hosting Prince. You know, listen, Prince is always welcome. You know, Prince. Matter of fact, Prince is actually the overall host because he's hosting me in the Gambia.
Guys, the thing is, can you like tell them what happened?
Yeah.
Like, how do we get to know each other?
Yeah.
Till you are here in the Gambia, just summarize it.
Yeah, summarize it. Yeah. So, you know, I was actually planning to come to Africa overall, the continent of Africa.
Motherland.
Yeah, the motherland. Yeah. So I had like a host of countries lined up, and of course Gambia was one of them. When I was doing my research, I wanted to come to Gambia in alignment with, like I said, various countries, among which was East Africa as well as West Africa. So the two countries in West Africa that I was mostly interested in was Gambia and Senegal, and there are some other countries as well, but these were like the main ones.
Okay.
So then when I was doing my research on the Gambia, then your channel came up, and then I was like, okay, yeah, he seemed like a cool cat, you know what I mean? Prince seemed like a cool cat, you know, let me go ahead and reach out. So once again, I reached out, and then the rest was history. That was like 2023, like towards the end of 2023. Yeah, we spent at least a good couple months.
Yeah.
Even 3 months, I think. I mean, two to 3 months, maybe.
Yeah.
You think so? Oh, 1.
2 to 3 months.
2 to 3 months, I think. Yeah. So we were just chatting, and then eventually.
I'm seeing somebody in the live. Just give the live a like. Yeah.
Definitely, you'll like the live stream. So yeah, so we were just chatting, you know, chopping it up, you know, and you were giving me the different pointers within the Gambia. But even our conversation was even greater than just coming to Gambia. We just developed like a connection, a friendship, which was even more than just, oh, let me come and visit your country. It was like, okay, cool, you know, when I come, even if I'm in Senegal, I'm still gonna come through. And so when I first came to Senegal, I was in Dakar, and then eventually I made my way to the Smiling Coast. And listen, I ain't stopped smiling ever since I've been here. Definitely. So that's the background of how we actually got together.
Alright.
And so of course, for people who don't know, from my channel, you know, Prince do videos in relation to the Gambia as far as showing the different constructions, the roads, the developments within Gambia. And so so I was able to see some of the background going on, and so that's how we were able to link up.
Alright.
So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so just a quick brief of it, how we met and how things go.
Definitely.
So guys, the purpose of the video is sharing my experience. I went to Dakar like few days ago.
Right.
Few days ago, I was in Dakar, so we are here to share my experience.
Definitely. And the principle is the fact that I was in Dakar, and then you went to Dakar, so we both have experience being in Dakar, and also I have experience being in the Gambia, which is of course where you're from as well. So first and foremost, how was your experience there, being in Dakar, just the environment, you know, what were you expecting, and what did you receive there?
Alright, so the thing is like, it's like, that's my first time traveling outside of the Gambia.
Okay.
So
Shout out. Listen, Listen, it's always a first. It's always a first. For
Yeah, so that's my first time traveling outside of the Gambia. So I see different things. I experience different things.
Sure.
So I even think that Senegal and the Gambia are the same. They
Yeah.
are like the same people, the same cultures, but I see like some little bit difference
Okay.
of our cultures are not like that so much the same.
Okay.
It's like some different things there.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah.
So talk about the differences because, of course, me coming from the U.S.,
Mm-hmm.
of course, I'm gonna share some of that, but give some like clarity as to because some people may say, okay, it's different, but how exactly is different? from
Yeah,
Gambia?
yeah. The thing is like, in case like our way of transportation
Okay.
is different.
Yeah, definitely.
It's different because in Senegal, like most of their public vehicles, like their public bus, have a number.
Right.
So each number has a destination that it goes to.
Mm-hmm.
So here in the Gambia, we don't have that.
Exactly.
So here in the Gambia, we don't have that. And then, bro, these people.
Listen. When I first came to Gambia,
Uh-huh.
that was the first thing I told you. I said, hey man, the transportation in Gambia is very different than how it is in Dakar.
Yeah.
And mind you, some people may say, well, how are you comparing Gambia, but you're only saying Dakar? Because Gambia, the land mass is not big.
No.
So Dakar is already like a huge.
Yeah.
It's a huge city.
Yeah, even the population
Yeah,
of Dakar alone is more than the population of the Gambia.
The Gambia.
Yeah.
So you can think of Gambia as an entire city, even though it's an actual country.
Yeah.
And so some people may say, well, you cannot compare, but that's why you instead of saying Bonjour,
Yeah.
or instead of saying Senegambia or Serekunda, we're just saying Gambia in general.
Yeah, Gambia in general.
Of course. But
Yeah.
continue.
So the thing is the way of our transportation and the way of how people move. Like people are in a rush. Here in the Gambia, people are more calm than
Right.
in Dakar, Senegal.
Definitely.
People are in a hurry. People are just in a hurry just to run their errands. But
Exactly.
here people are much more slower. They are
Of
much
course.
more calmer here than in Dakar, Senegal. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And if I was to make a comparison between Dakar and Gambia, I would compare it like in the US. I would compare it between, let's say, Dakar would be like New York City, and then Gambia would be like Charlotte, North Carolina. Because for people living in the US that knows the landscape of Charlotte, it's still a city. There's still movements, but when you compare New York to Charlotte, New York is it's like a faster pace than it is in Charlotte. So Charlotte is more like very slow, but at the same time there's movement. There's still a lot of things happening. There's still the hustle, but the hustle is not to the degree, let's say, of a New York. It's a slower paced life, and so it's like even a little bit more rural than New York. Yeah. So that's how I would compare it. So when you were there, so how was like the food compared to, let's say, the food in Gambia?
Yeah, the food is amazing, and then the thing is, we share like the same culture, but it's somehow different. The way they prepare their food and the way the Gambians prepare their food is like it's the same, but the flavors are not the same.
I got you.
The flavors, like when a Gambian prepare a Gambian meal here,
Okay.
and then when a Senegalese prepare a typical Senegalese prepare a Senegalese meal,
Yeah.
and then the food are not the same.
Okay.
Yeah, they are not the same.
I mean, you sound a little disappointed. Were you disappointed at the flavor of Senegalese food or what?
Bro, the thing is, I'm not used to the flavor. I'm used to the Ghanaian flavor. You get it? So
I
that's
got
my
you.
first time traveling outside.
Yeah.
But I know that, like, for example, there is this called this meal called domoda.
Domoda.
The
Okay.
way they prepare domoda and us is the same, but
Yeah.
the flavor, like the taste it gives, is different.
Okay.
But they all call it like domoda, mafe.
Right.
You get it?
Definitely.
So yeah.
I got you. Because even when you were on WhatsApp. I saw you were saying you in Dakar, but you missed the Gambian food.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's the thing, you know. It's like
I miss the Gambian food, especially ebe. In Dakar, they don't have ebe.
right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
ebe is a snack here in the Gambia.
Right.
Yeah, so I like ebe a lot.
You know the thing is, ebe to me is the most popular food in Gambia.
Yeah, the most popular snack in the Gambia.
Listen, ebe, you can find ebe from sunrise all the way till midnight. You can find ebe. You see? I mean, yassa, not so much.
No.
It's more like a home cooked meal.
Yeah.
Ebe is the. So for people to understand, because some people may be watching this, a lot of people from America may be watching this. They're like, well, how can you compare it? So think of ebe as, for example, it's like a burger or something, like McDonald's, but it's more healthier. So I'm only making the comparison so you can understand the popularity of it. But I would say ebe is even more healthier than those foods.
Yeah.
You can find it. But even for me, when I first came into the Gambia, you see how much of a struggle it was for me to eat the local foods.
I was even like, bro, just try. You will get used to it.
But you see what I'm saying now? Yeah. So that's the thing, like the Gambian flavor, it took me a while to get used to it.
Yeah.
But now, you know, I've eaten a few things. I've even tried ebe. I've eaten yassa. I've eaten like a few other things, like this rice with benichin. I've had benichin. You know, so I mean, I've had quite a bit of the traditional Gambian food.
Local Gambian
Yeah,
food.
definitely. But it takes a while. That's the thing. But you know, that's the beauty of it, because even though it's similar culture, Gambia and Senegal is similar culture, but when you go there, it's a different flavor.
It's a different flavor.
And that's the beauty, you know, within traveling itself. You know, it allows you to open up to something different. You know, where your mind, like, you cannot be closed-minded. Like, if you're a traveler, if you have to actually immerse yourself in the culture to actually experience it. You know, in a deeper way. You know, so that's good.
Yeah, it's a good experience though. I learned a lot of things. I experienced a lot of things that I don't even experience in the Gambia. So it's okay. So in terms of safety, you are the boss, so you need to ask me questions.
Definitely. So here's the thing. Because we're gonna talk about the safety, right? So we're gonna get to that, but we're talking about flavors. We cannot talk about flavors without talking about the women. So in terms of the flavors of women, what is your take between Gambia and Dakar?
Bro, the thing is, I'm not comfortable.
You're not okay.
I don't like talking about guys.
Okay. I got you. But yeah, so you know, I mean, a lot of people, and I mean, you don't necessarily have to talk about it for you in a sense, like personal, but most, because you know, this is content, so a lot of people may be watching it.
So
they may be wondering like what it's like. It's not even like your own personal experience, because even for me, like, and I'm gonna say this, when I share content, I may go to certain places and share content, but that doesn't mean that that's my personal lifestyle, as if this is how I live. You see what I'm saying? But I know that there is a lot of people out there who may be interested in certain things. Maybe someone in the US may be interested to say, you know what, maybe they want to come to Senegal to find a wife, or they may come to Gambia to find a wife, or they may just want to understand the different lifestyle. So you can share from that perspective. It's not like, okay, well, you going out there, you know, being with all these women, you sharing it from that. Even though that may not be true. I don't know, but
all right, no problem. So
you understand.
So the thing is, let me just compare Gambia and Senegal. The women.
Of course.
So the thing is, in Senegal, there is more women than the Gambia.
Of course.
Because anytime I go out, I see women.
Of course.
Anytime I go out, I see women. and then they have good looking women
Of course.
with good body shape. So yeah. Bro,
Listen, y'all. Hey, listen. I'm gonna tell y'all this. Because the people watching on the video, they don't know. But anytime when me and Prince come, like it's always dynamite.
Yeah.
We always laughing with each other. So yeah, definitely, I agree with you on that. Senegal, of course, is there. The population is a lot more.
yeah. So that's why there's
Yeah.
more women, and there are good looking women there.
Definitely.
Yeah, and then hard working women too.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's a lot of hardworking women.
Hardworking.
A lot of them, they're definitely hustling.
Yeah, they're definitely hustling.
Yeah, but I would say this. I mean, even in favor of the Gambia, I would say women in the Gambia are a lot more easier to communicate with. I think they're a lot more
easier,
friendly to talk to than, let's say, in Senegal.
Yeah.
I think the English language make it easier for them, and I think they're a lot more exposed to, because they speak English. A lot of them do speak English. They're a lot more exposed to communication with strangers or outsiders than in Senegal. At least from my experience.
Yeah, that's the fact. That's the thing.
Definitely.
Even I experienced that. Like, it's more easier to communicate like with a Gambian girl.
Yeah.
Than a Senegalese.
Definitely.
Senegalese woman, like Senegalese girl.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And even from a greater standpoint, just moving around, you know, the communication is easier just with people. And I'm not even just talking about women, but just in general. From my experience in Senegal, it's easier for me to communicate with people here in the Gambia. And I think that's why, you know, I've been able to at least be more efficient and more sustainable through my stay here in the Gambia than in Senegal. But as far as like things to do, as far as fun, as far as just a lot more experiences, you can find that a lot more in Dakar, than in the Gambia.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because I think Gambia is very slow. So let's say someone who is more upbeat, they want to find a lot of things to do. They want to find a lot of places to go. You know, I think Dakar would be the best, of course, the best place for them to be at.
They have a very good nightlife, very good clubs. So yeah,
definitely nightlife, clubs, restaurants, things to do with families. They have a lot of parks.
Yeah.
They have even when it comes to the street food there's a lot more variety of street food over there than it is in the Gambia. So, but I would say this though, when it comes to the beaches, Gambia's beaches are a lot more beautiful than the ones in Dakar.
In Dakar, yeah.
So I don't know if you would agree with me on that, but I think so.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't went to their beach. I
Okay.
spent like 2 weeks there, and then
Okay.
I was just traveling, exploring the city.
Okay.
I was just exploring the city, so I don't have that time to go to the
Okay,
beach.
to go to the beach.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I just passed by there. I was just passing by there, but I just see the beach. But I don't go there to explore, to experience the beach. Like
I got you. Yeah, so I know you went to the African Renaissance Monument. So that's a huge monument that's in Dakar. So how was your experience there? Did you go inside?
No, I don't get inside.
Okay.
I went somewhere and then I passed by there.
Okay, you took pictures.
Yeah, I took some pictures, do some videos there, but I don't go inside of the monument.
I got you.
So the monument is located in Okam.
Yeah.
In Okam, Dakar.
Right.
Yeah. That is where the monument is located.
Yeah, for sure. So in terms of safety, in terms of just being able to go outside without having too much concerns, and how was that for you in Dakar in comparison to the Gambia?
All right, in terms of safety, like both countries are safe. Gambia and Dakar, both of them are safe.
Yeah.
But I feel more safe in the Gambia than that of Dakar.
Okay.
In Dakar, like every junction or every corner, you will see a police officer or a police car.
Yeah.
But here in the Gambia, it's not easy to see like police officer or a police car standing from junction to junction. But
Okay.
in Dakar, that's how things are there.
Yeah.
So I think it is because of the population. And
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the thing. And then the first time I get in Dakar, I go to Dakar by road. So After arriving from the bus, I took a bus from the Gambia to Dakar, Senegal.
Yeah.
After arriving from the bus, I took a taxi, which will take me to my final destination. So I was in the taxi, and then I take out my phone and then start filming.
Yeah.
The locals in the taxi are like, "Hey, are you new here?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah." They said, "Hey, this is not safe. They will snatch your phone."
Right. Right.
So they.
We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about content creation.
Yeah.
Which one is easier to create content?
All right.
We're gonna talk about that.
All
But you
right.
know, one thing that you said though, that's very interesting. You said there was like police on different corners in Dakar, but you don't really find that in the Gambia.
No.
But you feel more safe in the
In the
Gambia
Gambia,
than in Dakar.
Dakar, yeah.
But you know, some people would say, well, because there's more police in the junction, that means then you should feel safer. Some people would say that, but I can understand why you're saying that, because in the sense that because there is a lack of police presence, that shows that the people generally regulate themselves.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? There is a lot more self-control within the Gambia. So because people who are not living here in the region, they would automatically assume that the higher there is police presence in the street, that means the safer the streets are.
Yeah.
Because in the West, what many times what they will make you to believe is that because there is more police to the general population, like for example, the general police size or the police force should be that to be able to navigate or to control the general population.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then if that is the case, then for many countries, then that equals to safety. You see? But in terms of your experience, of course you grew up in the Gambia, that's your country where you're from.
Yeah.
You realize that you feel a lot more safe in the Gambia, even though it's less police in the streets than as it is in Dakar.
Okay.
So once again, but I'm only sharing the different views so that people can understand, because someone living out there will say, well, then there's no police here, that means, you know, people just completely...
No, the thing is, the Gambia, like people alone, like people themselves regulate it themselves.
Definitely.
Yeah, they like... I don't even know how...
No, let me give them an example so they can know, because I've seen it where, for example, I was in a local car, okay? And then there was this like the taxis.
Where in the Gambia?
In the Gambia.
Okay.
You know, the ones where everybody go inside.
Yeah.
So in the back seat, there was a boy, a young man. He had a young woman sitting on his lap because there was no space.
Yeah.
Someone from outside, not even the taxi driver or the other person in the taxi, but someone from the outside looking in the window, he saw the young girl sitting in the young man's lap. He's like, no.
That's the Gambia.
He's like, no. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the thing. It's like people operate within the local understanding of the culture.
Yeah.
That you should respect the culture for what it is.
Yeah.
And the culture doesn't promote like fornication or
no.
things like that. So whenever someone see that, even if it's not your dad or your mother, if they see some type of behavior that's outside of the norm, they will check it.
Yeah.
So that's what you mean in the sense that people self-regulate.
Yeah.
But at least for me, when I was in Dakar, it was relatively safe. I felt safe when I was in Dakar, you know, and of course
I don't say that the country is not safe.
Definitely.
I say that both countries are safe, but I feel safer in the Gambia
of course
than of Dakar.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. But some people would say that maybe because you're from the Gambia, you know, but that's what I'm saying. For me, being that I'm not from Gambia or Senegal. I would say that Senegal is definitely safe. Yeah, definitely. So, but even here in the Gambia, many times, definitely, if anyone is traveling either in Dakar or in the Gambia, always have someone there who's from the country. Because they're able to help you to navigate through. And I think it doesn't matter where you are, even if you in the Western Europe or in the US or wherever you are, you should always be cautious because it doesn't matter. There is good people everywhere and there's also bad people.
Yeah.
And so we're not necessarily saying that to say, oh, being in Gambia is like being in heaven or being in Dakar is like being in heaven. There's still a sense of insecurity, but yet at the same time, relatively speaking, most people will look out for you if you are in a situation. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, so I don't know if you have anything to add to that.
No, it's okay. You have said it all. So
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So let's talk about content creation. Content creation in Dakar versus in the Gambia.
All right. So both countries, like, it's not easy to film in both countries because people are not familiar. Like, they are not camera friendly. People are not camera friendly. Like, when you point a camera to somebody, like in the Gambia, let me just take an example. When you point a camera to somebody in the Gambia, maybe they'll like take up this camera.
Yeah.
You get it? They'll like take up this camera, or they'll like, why are you filming? But in Dakar, they like attack you. You get it? They wanna attack you physically to grab. That thing even happened to me. I was filming on the street of Senegal market in Dakar. So the thing is, I was filming myself, and this guy thinks that I'm filming him. So he's like, "What are you filming in local dialect? What are you filming?" I said, "I'm doing a." He asked me, "Are you a journalist?" I'm like, "No, I'm doing a vlog. I'm a YouTuber. I do YouTube videos."
Yeah.
So he's like, "Who tell you to do this?" You get it? So I point the camera on me because I'm filming myself, and then he grabbed my camera.
Wow.
My camera goes down, and then that time, and then my camera even had a mark.
Wow.
Yeah, my camera even had a mark. But I try to figure out my way because if it's a foreign country, so I don't want to get myself into trouble. Yeah, so that's the thing.
Wow.
And then the first time, my first impression is after alighting from the bus, like I went to Dakar by road. After alighting from the bus, I took a taxi to go to my final destination. So I took out my phone and started filming. The locals in the taxi, I was sitting in front, beside the driver. So the locals sitting on the back seat tell me that, and then I bring up my phone. They tell me that, "Hey, are you new here?"
Wow.
I'm like, "Yes." They tell me that they will snatch your phone. I don't say that snatching doesn't happen in the Gambia.
Yeah.
But the way the locals tell me, they say they will snatch your phone. These motorbike riders, like the people who have like motorbike, they will snatch your phone. And then that's the time the taxi driver bring up this window, and he's like, "You can film, it's okay."
Wow.
Yeah, it's okay. And that's the time I said, "No, this is, I won't take out my phone to film because my phone is my everything. My phone is my everything."
Definitely.
So
definitely.
yeah, that's why some of my videos are shaky because I use my camera and my camera is not that steady.
Right.
Yeah, I do videos like I vlog with my phone. That it is more steadier than the camera.
Right.
Yeah, that's why my videos in Dakar are not steady. They are more shaky.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I got you. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you on that because I had a similar experience where I remember when I first got to Dakar, I went to Wakam to the monument.
Yeah.
So I'm standing outside of the monument and I'm recording. I was getting ready to do an interview with Ibu. Shout out to Ibu if you're watching this video, man. Ibu is my guy.
Okay.
So it was a group of guys, like maybe like 4 of them. So when I got to the monument, in fact that day, I think Senegal was Coupe d'Afrique that was happening.
Yeah, the African Cup of Nations.
The African Cup of Nations,
Yeah.
and then Senegal was getting ready to play. So I was at the monument and doing some interviews. And so I'm getting ready to interview Ibu. So we're talking, and then this guy, he came in front of my camera. He didn't even say anything. He just walked and stand literally in front of my camera, blocking me from filming.
Yeah.
He said, "Who gives you authority to film? You have no authority to film. You need to go get authority." So the same way, like they told you, like who tell you to be filming?
Yeah.
Like they feel like not everyone though, but a lot of people, and I think it's more like the older individuals too.
Yeah.
They feel like you need to get some type of authority from someone in order for you to actually film in the open streets.
Yeah.
Now it's one thing, let's say if you go inside of like a shopping mall or even like a restaurant. But when we talk about an open space, it's different.
Yeah, in a
And
public
so,
space. Yeah.
in fact, he almost came to grab my camera, but my guy Ibu, who was there,
Yeah.
you know, he started talking to them in the local language,
Yeah.
and then he was able to help him to calm down, and he was able to do our interview. But the reason, I'm gonna tell you the reason why they're afraid of people filming, because the guy, he thought that I was coming to do some videos to talk bad about the country. In other words, to only to scold them, like to only put down the country. And I think a lot of times, because remember, a lot of times these older people, they have also suffered from exploitation from a lot of other, let's say, organizations who come. They only take the image of everything bad that's going on in the country. And it doesn't even matter which country in Africa. It could be Tanzania, it could be South Africa, it could be Kenya, anywhere, right? These organizations they only show you the bad,
the negative side.
The negative side.
Yeah.
So a lot of those locals think that this is anyone who has a camera in their hand, they're only showing the negative side of the country. So that's why many of them are so reluctant to, whenever they see someone filming, that's the image that they have in their mind. But we live in a different era now. We live in a different time period. And this is a social media time period. You see what I'm saying? This is the information age. So this is not the age where people just do videos for exploitation, even though that do happen. But majority of the time, we're just vlogging, of course, you know, showing the experiences.
I don't think vlogging,
pros and cons.
I don't think vlogging is a problem, especially like
of course
in a public space.
Definitely.
I don't think it is a problem.
It's not.
The thing is, like, we are promoting the country. I see so many negative things about Dakar, but I never film them. Because they are my African brothers.
Right.
You get it? Everywhere you go, you see good and bad stuff there.
Of course.
Even in the West, there are good and bad things
of
there.
Course.
But they don't show the world that bad stuff. So I would also like film those bad stuff in my continent and show it to the world.
Definitely.
So when the Westerns, like the other people, are like putting my continent in the negative part, I will try to promote it in a positive side.
Definitely.
So that's what some people fail to understand too.
Of course.
Yeah, so
definitely. And if I would say this, like, even when I was doing my research, like on YouTube, I was searching in the Gambia. I saw a lot of people who posted, like, you know, negative content.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to this,
sex stories. Yeah, the thing is, when you like on the internet, when you type like the Gambia, what comes first is like first, like sex tourism. Sex tourism. Yeah, some people even make a documentary. Every country you go, like there is sex tourism there. But the thing is, like, they promote the Gambia, they put the Gambia on that map. Like, when you think about the Gambia, what comes to your mind is sex tourism. But they don't know that Gambia have a positive side. Every country have a positive and negative side.
Definitely.
So we are trying to change the narratives. Yeah, we are trying to change the narrative to promote the country. We are the one who can promote our continent, like the way we like it. Like we are the one who can tell our own stories, not a foreigner from somewhere else coming here to tell our stories for ourselves. We know our story for ourselves more than anybody.
Definitely.
Like outside, like a Western or any person.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah, definitely. And that's the thing, because even when I was doing my research, when one of your videos came up, it's far different from what, let's say, someone would do a documentary and only promote, you know, sex tourism and things of that nature. And so, but let's say, for example, in the US, I mean, sex tourism is rampant. You know, like, for example, Las Vegas, you have an entire city. They call it Sin City.
Sin City.
Literally, that's the name, Sin City. You see what I'm saying? That's the work that is happening there. Night work, and prostitution, all of these things. I mean, it's known. You know, LA, for example, New York City, Miami, you see these things happen everywhere in the majority of these major cities. But one of the things is the fact that a lot of people, when they come here, they highlight that as if this is the only thing that's happening in the Gambia. But you know, the Gambia is definitely a beautiful place, beautiful country, and I've been here for like 3 months now. I think it's 3 months. Listen, I'm telling them, listen, I've been on the smiling coast. I've been in the smiling coast and I haven't stopped smiling. Real talk, real talk.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, you know, the vibe in the Gambia, you know, it's amazing. And even Dakar as well, you know, it's just same culture, same Wolof culture, you know, Wolof, Mindinka, Sede, Fula, you have all of that here, you know, Jola, all the different cultures. It's a melting pot within Senegambia. But like you said, the flavors is different.
It's different,
you know. But one thing I would say is that Dakar is definitely more widespread when it comes to variety. You know, what you can experience, even when it comes to the food, like
I'm talking about the local foods. I'm talking about the local foods.
Yeah.
Yeah, like our local foods, benachin, or some other people call it jollof rice. You know, this jollof rice originated from us, Senegambia. So there is this jollof rice competition which is held in Nigeria. It is won by a Gambian.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so the Nigerians and the Ghanaians will be fighting over jollof rice. Jollof rice originated came from the Senegambia region. So
jollof rice, because the people who made it popular is the Ghanaians and the Nigerians.
Yeah.
But what you're saying is that jollof rice came from
the Gambia.
Senegambia.
The name itself comes from a Wolof Empire, Jollof.
Oh,
Jollof Empire.
Right.
Yeah, it is a Wolof Empire. Jollof, yeah. The name originally came from there. But here we call it like benachin or chep.
Okay.
Benachin or chep. Yeah, Gambia and Senegal, we call it benachin or chep.
I see.
Yeah.
And so these guys, so the jollof rice competition is held in Nigeria.
2023.
Okay.
Yeah, the last year, but and then it is won by a Gambian.
Okay.
Yeah, a Gambian chef.
The Gambia took the championship home.
Yeah.
Listen, Gambia doesn't have the best football team, but we do know how to make jollof rice.
we are coming with full force.
Listen, man. Listen, I think on the west side of Africa, Senegal definitely dominate the football.
Yeah, so they have a very strong team.
Yeah, definitely they dominate the football. But when it comes to just, I don't know, the energy here when it comes to the Gambia is amazing. It's very different, you know.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's very chill,
it's
very mellow.
Gambia is very chill than Dakar.
Yeah.
So it's very chill, very calm than Dakar.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it is the population or but it's more cool and more chiller here than in Dakar.
Yeah. I mean, the population has a lot to do with it, but also I think also when it comes to trading, because Senegal has a lot more trade that's going on with the
they have a lot of industries in Senegal, like a lot of companies, a lot of entrepreneurs in Dakar, Senegal than the Gambia.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think there's a lot more hustle.
More hustle.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are more hustlers. I don't say Gambians don't hustle, but the hustling I see in Senegal, Dakar, it's amazing.
Definitely.
It's amazing. Even chewing stick, like you will see a fine young boy selling a chewing stick. Here in the Gambia, like when you tell a Gambian boy, go and sell a chewing stick, he'll be like, oh, I'm bigger than that. Like, yeah. But there, the hustling is real.
Definitely.
The hustling is so real. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. So I think that there's a lot more hustle that's going on in Dakar.
Dakar, yeah.
You know, when it comes to movement,
yeah.
There's a lot more movement, but when it comes to just overall peace and relaxation, there's a lot. You can have a lot more of that experience here in the Gambia, which is great, and which is why they call it the Smiling Coast, because really and truly they want you to smile and have a good time.
Yeah.
And that's what it's about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Let's get it for sure.
So
yeah. So, but once again, guys, listen, we're gonna wrap up this interview. I don't know, Prince, if you have any questions for me when it comes to my experience, you know, coming into the Gambia. If you have any questions for me, feel free.
All right. So how can you compare like Gambia and Senegal, Dakar?
Yeah.
Like in terms of transportation and power.
Power. Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about power.
Yeah. What, like energy, like
electricity.
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 Yeah. So electricity, you know what? I think it's almost even. It's almost even, but when it comes to power outage, I think I experienced a little bit more power outage in Senegal than in the Gambia. But
Power outage?
yeah, power outage.
For
It,
me-
it depends on the area.
For me, I think Dakar get the best power.
You think so?
Yeah, because my experience,
Mhm.
I'm saying my experience, because
Yeah.
the moment I get there, till I come back to the Gambia, there was no power outage. Like, there is not power cut off.
Okay.
24/7 power is on. Yeah, 24/7. Power and water, electricity and water, bro.
Yeah.
They really work on that. Yeah. Gambians, I'm sorry, but these people really work on their electricity and power. Since I get there, and it even makes my work easy. Like, for example, in the Gambia, I'll film my video and then start editing my videos. Like 5 to 6 hours, I will be editing the video, and then exporting the video, the power will go off.
Yeah.
And then when the power goes off, my computer switch off, I will start over again.
Yeah.
But in Dakar, it makes my work so fast, so easy, and so fast. Yeah.
Yeah. I think when it comes to power and water, I would say it depends on your area.
Yeah.
It depends on where you are, because when I was in Dakar, there was a particular area where I was at. It's Bishal Beach. Bishal Beach. Up there was the water goes out a lot in that particular area. So I would say it depends on where you are.
Yeah.
So that's why I said it's almost
Yeah.
even.
For me, I don't experience that. Like, unreliable electricity, or when I go to the tap, I don't find any water there. No, I don't experience that.
Yeah.
24/7. When I go to the tap or I need the electricity, I have access to it.
Yeah.
24/7. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So it give or take, yeah. So some areas pros and cons
Yeah.
when it comes to that, but overall, there's definitely some efficiency when it comes to those things. But yeah,
So what about the infrastructure?
yeah,
The infrastructure. Would you like to talk about it?
yeah. Let's talk about infrastructure. So maybe you can start. What are your thoughts? You asking me that question, or it's an open question?
It's an open question. You can
Okay.
answer it. I can answer it.
Okay,
So,
yeah, you go.
Your audience are watching. My audience are watching. So both of us are hosts here. We are guests here. So
Now, listen, you the host. Listen, you host overall on the grand scheme of things. You the host.
Yeah.
But yeah, go ahead.
in terms of infrastructure,
Yeah.
like Dakar, Senegal really dominate the Gambia.
Mhm.
I will give that to Dakar, Senegal,
Yeah.
because these people have very good roads,
Yeah.
very good roads, very tall buildings. Like, it's clean there, bro. It's so clean out there. Yeah, because I see these people who be cleaning the street every time.
Mhm.
Every time.
Yeah, definitely. So I would say in terms of infrastructure, Dakar definitely has it.
Yeah.
But I see a lot of development in the Gambia.
Yeah, recently,
In recent times,
Yeah, the thing with Dakar is like there's not a lot of trees there.
Yeah.
They need to plant like a lot of trees in Dakar. Yeah.
Definitely, I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
When it comes to landscape,
Yeah,
the landscape is much more green
Yeah.
here in the
In the
Gambia.
Gambia.
And the further you go deeper in the Gambia, the more greener it gets.
Yeah.
And so I definitely agree with that. But as far as like when it comes to roads like asphalt
Yeah.
and infrastructure,
Yeah.
I would say Dakar has a lot more road
Yeah.
when it comes to that. But they're building here in the Gambia though.
Yeah, they are
like
building.
they have projects going on, so I could say that the
The
future
thing
is
is,
bright.
still now there are a lot of projects going on in Dakar. They are constructing more roads still now.
Mhm.
Yeah, they are constructing more roads. So
Definitely. So in terms of partnership, I think if the Gambia can see that and take some, I would say take a page off of the road construction from Dakar, I think the Gambia will be in good shape when it comes to that.
yeah.
But man, listen, I think Gambia would be a force to be reckoned with if they build more roads. Like in terms of just tourism, in terms of just people not agriculture, but in terms of tourism and more people wanting to come to the Gambia, it would be even 10 times more.
Even business.
Even business.
When you have like good roads network, like for example, you can have a business here. You can transport it like within a day from. Gambia is not that big. It's too small, so you can transport your goods from one place to another more easier and more faster when you have a good road network. So yeah.
Definitely. So, but I mean, you see the constructions happening. So
there are a lot of road construction going here in the Gambia too.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think when those are done, it will also ease the way people move. Yeah, it will move faster than before.
Absolutely. So yeah, I think we covered a lot of grounds today on this video, sharing our experiences between Dakar and the Gambia. And so overall, I'll definitely encourage you guys to visit Dakar, come to the Gambia.
Yeah. Both countries are nice. They are peaceful, cool people. Yeah, that's the thing.
Definitely.
I can recommend anybody to come and visit both countries if you have the chance. Come and visit and explore it by yourself. Just don't believe anything you see on the media. Just come and experience it by yourself. Yeah, that's the best.
Absolutely. And also, I'll say even as you experience it, also cultivate relationships, cultivate friendships with people.
Yeah.
And so you will have a very different outlook than if you just stay, let's say, within the tourist places. Because to me, I feel like you don't really get to experience the country in a deeper way when you just let's say somebody comes to the Gambia, but they only just stay in Senegambia.
Yeah.
Like Senegambia doesn't fully reflect
the culture
within the Gambia itself. And so but let's say once you in Senegambia, you go straight, Tipagaras, you go down,
you interact with the locals.
You
interact with the locals, try local food, so you will experience the culture of the people. Yeah.
And so to me, I feel like once you have that, then you have a different view and perspective. And the same way you go to Dakar, you just stay, let's say, and you go to Monument area, you just stay there. Or there's another area where a lot of people go to.
Place de l'Independence.
Place de l'Independence, Dakar Plateau. Those areas are more tourist areas. But let's say you go to what is that area called? Kermasser. You go to Kermasser, Pekin. You go to Thiès. Tuba, exactly. So you go to these.
And Moor too,
so you go to these areas. Now you're experiencing Senegal. You're experiencing Dakar in a different way than if you would just stay in the tourism places. But so I think we covered a lot of places today, a lot of grounds. Prince, thank you once again for coming in on the channel. I appreciate you, man. We should definitely chop it up a lot more, for sure. So any last words, thoughts?
Yeah, guys, so the thing is, I would recommend anybody to come and visit Africa, the motherland, and then just forget about the media. When you think about Africa, you think about poverty, children with big bellies. That's not Africa. That's not the thing. That's the thing they put out in the media. Just come and experience it by yourself. So and then thank you for having me here too.
Definitely. Listen, you said something that's very important that I cannot let it go. Children with big bellies and people are hungry. In fact, my experience living in the US, I think there is a lot more hunger in the US than there is in the Gambia. In the Gambia, you know why I say that? I'm going to tell you why I say that there is a lot more hunger in the US than it is in the Gambia.
Oh, watch it.
We got some Kenyans in the house. Go watch. Hey guys, listen. If you're watching right now, make sure that you go and subscribe to Kiskel Global Village. All right, go subscribe to the channel. And so Prince is hosting me on his YouTube, so feel free to go subscribe. All right.
We are double recording.
We're double recording right now. I'm gonna tell you why I say that there's more hunger
in the
States than it is in the Gambia.
Why?
Because here in the Gambia, if somebody doesn't have something, if somebody doesn't have food, your next door neighbor will give you food.
For sure.
In fact, people eat together. You wouldn't know who's hungry here. everybody eat together.
Yeah.
And in fact, people are more likely to give you more food.
More food, yeah. They will even ask you, are you okay? When you are not full, just tell me, I will add more. Yeah.
Definitely, and that's just part of the culture itself.
Culture, yeah.
In fact, I think next month there's going to be another event where people, I think they kill like a sheep.
Like a sheep, it's called Tabaski.
Tabaski, yeah.
Eid Adha in Islamic.
Yeah, Eid Adha Tabaski is coming. So during Tabaski, everybody have to make sure you eat. And if somebody doesn't have
a
ram, your neighbor
will give you like a meat.
Exactly.
Like for example, I can't afford a ram. That's a Muslim culture.
Yeah.
We are talking about Muslim thing here. If I told I can't afford a ram, you can afford it, and some of my friends or neighbors can afford it.
Yeah.
Like I don't kill a ram. You guys, each and every one of you will give me some share of your ram. Like it's not a bad, it is not a force. It's like love. You show them love. Sometimes the meat you get, it's even like more than the person who even slaughter a ram. Because when you give me a meat, another person give it to me, another person, you are giving up. You are giving up, and then I'm receiving. So it means that I will receive more. Like you give it to me, another person like for example, 20 person give me a meat, or 30 person give me a meat, and you only slaughter one ram, and you want to give meat to me, and you want to give it to another person, you'll be giving, and then I will be receiving.
Definitely.
You get it? Yeah. So it is about on this way coming. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So like I said, this idea, children with big bellies, I think.
Yeah, children with big bellies.
Yeah. People, like I said, that's part of the exploitation. People do that so that they can get sympathy from people to give them money.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the hunger thing, I think that's something that I'm not saying hunger is not there, but it's not to the degree that they're saying that it is.
It's not. It's not like it's not easy to see somebody here who don't eat like who don't do this. No.
Yeah.
Even one day, when your next door neighbor knows that you haven't cooked any food, he or she won't tell you anything. You will just see food by your doorstep.
Exactly.
You will just see food by your doorstep. Yeah. So
definitely. And the thing is this, like, I think the only issue is when it comes to economic empowerment.
Yeah.
In that sense, that's why a lot of people, try to travel abroad so that they can have more opportunities to work, to empower themselves economically. But when it comes to this idea, like you see, like even here, you don't see too many homeless people.
No.
Like
no,
you don't
no,
see
no,
that.
no.
But in the West, in many places, you have whole blocks just homelessness, hunger. And so that's why, like, I think sometimes, people see those advertisements, that doesn't reflect the true nature within a country. That's why you have to come and visit it yourself.
Yeah, Africa is beautiful. Africa is nice. You will love it here. You will definitely love it. I can recommend anybody to come to Africa, especially Gambia and Senegal, because those are the countries I experienced. Those are the countries I know more about than other countries. You can visit other African countries. Yeah, and then don't believe what the media shows you, like these big medias showing you Africa is war, rebellion, poverty, hunger. Bro, some people here are living the life, bro, than some other people living in the States. Yeah.
He's speaking the truth, so, but anyway, you guys, there's a lot more that we can talk about. But I hope that this video was definitely a blessing to you. You were able to receive some valuable information that that can help you on your journey, or that may even open up your mind, your perspective as to your outlook of the African continent, or even certain countries within Africa as well. You can see, that's the African map right here.
He is in love with the motherland. He's in love with the motherland.
Listen, definitely I am. And you can see the line right here. I have to represent Senegal, I have to represent Senegal right here. Even though I'm in the Gambia, my Gambians. Listen, even though I'm in the Gambia, I gotta represent Senegal here.
Yeah, it's okay. Anyway, we are one people. We are one people.
My camera batteries.
Yeah, guys. So
hold on. We gonna wrap it up.
Guys, give the live stream a like. Yeah. All right. Okay, guys. So this is how things are going on here. Like some other people, when they think of Africa,
Yeah.
poverty, children
Right.
with big belly, like
It-
corruption, rebellion, war, kidnapping. Yeah.
Exactly. That's exactly what they think. So, but like we were saying before, you know, you can only experience it yourself. So feel free to come. And like I said, there's no place on this earth, you know, that you don't have some type of insecurity. But at the same time, we got to get past just the propaganda and really understand the culture for what it really is. And so that's the main principle in which we're saying there. But anyway, you guys, so as you can see the lion there, you know, Senegal. Once again, when it comes to the football, Senegal it dominates the West. Gambia, y'all need to step up when it comes to the football, man.
Next time we are coming with
Yeah.
force, with power, with force.
Definitely, man, definitely. But anyway, you guys, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on this video, and continue to support the channel, Skid Scale Global Village. And I'm here with Prince.
Sega.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And so you guys, thank you for watching. And so I'll see you guys on another video.
Yeah.
Peace.
So guys, we're gonna wrap the video here. So if you're enjoying watching the video, just give it a like, comment. Yeah, I'm out. Peace. See you next time.